everyone, welcome to Legacy IAS. Today again we will be doing some formulation questions. That is, by reading word problems we will be formulating linear equations. Okay, let's see. This is first question. 5 pens and 6 pencils together cost 9 rupees and 3 pens and 2 pencils cost 5 rupees. Find the cost of 1 pen and 1 pencil. You can pause and try it yourself. Okay, see. Now, one way of taking variable is assuming them to be x and y. Okay, the other way is just taking the first or last letter and taking them as the variable. That way it becomes very intuitive. When you see an equation, you know what is written. Instead of thinking what you took as pencil, you took x as pencil or pen. So this all confusion is not there. So usually what you do, you pick the first letter and make it your variable. But here, because P and P both are same, so you pick P here and you pick, let's say, L here. Pencil, so you pick L here. Now what you start with is, as we learned yesterday, first thing is find the cost of one pen and one pencil. So what you need to find? You need to find cost of one pen and one pencil. Correct? For this, what you'll need? You'll need the cost of one pen and one pencil. If you know them, you'll add them and you'll get to this. Correct? Or find the cost of one pen and one pencil. You can tell it separately, like what is the cost of one pen, one pencil, like that. So what you need, there are two things that you need. First is cost of pen and other is cost of pencil. So these are the two variables that you will assume, let's say, P to be cost of one pen and L to be cost of one pencil. That's it. You assume P to be cost of one pen, L to be cost of one pencil. That's it. Now, let us start and try to find P and L. Using what? Using these two equations. Now, 5 pens and 6 pencil together cost 9 rupees. Okay. So, this 9 rupees cost is distributed among what? Distributed among buying pens and buying pencils. Okay, so this 9 rupees is spent on buying pens and buying pencils. Now it says 5 pens and 6 pencils. That means this boy bought, let's say these are pens. So he bought 5 pens. He bought 5 pens like this and he bought 6 pencils like this. Okay, now what will be the cost of this? It says it costed him 9 rupees to buy these 5 pens and 6 pencils. Now how you will calculate cost of them total? Now if one pencil costs something, if one pencil, like we have written here, one pencil costs L, then how much 6 pencils will cost? If one pencils cost L, how much 6 pencils will cost? It will cost 6L. Correct? 6 times this price of pencil is added. Now, if one pen cost 1p, then how much 5 pens will cost? 5p. So this becomes 5p plus 6l. That's it. 5p plus 6l becomes equal to 9. This is our first equation. 5 pens and 6 pencils together cost 9 rupees. Now the second is 3 pens and 2 pencils cost 5 rupees. Okay, so 5 rupees is equals to 3 pens and 2 pencils. That's it. These are your two equations. Now you need to find P and L and P plus L, whatever you want. This is now easy. How you will find it? Simply what you need to do, you need to eliminate them. Okay, so what I can do is, let's say I multiply this whole equation with 2 and this whole equation with 6. Or if 2 and 6 have something in common, what they have in common? 2 only. That means if I, instead of doing this, if I just divide it by 2, if I just multiply this equation by 3, this whole equation by 3 and this equation, let's say, by 1 only, nothing more, then what I'll get? I'll get 3 into 2, that is 6L here. Understood? And that is what I want to subtract them and to get to my solution. So that is why one way of doing it is, when these two coefficient has a common factor, you take whatever is uncommon and multiply it with the smaller number. You take the uncommon and multiply it with the smaller coefficient equation. That's it. Now let's write the equation again. So this equation will remain as it is. 5p plus 6l is equals to 9. This equation will get multiplied by 3. It will give me 6p plus 6l, sorry, 9p. This is 3 into 3. 3 into 3 will give me 9p plus 6l is equals to 15. 5 3s are 15. Now see, once you get to this, what you need to do, just subtract them. So plus minus plus minus plus minus. What you will get? 5p minus 9p. What you will get? Minus 4p. Plus 6l minus 6l cancel out. 9 minus 15 will give you what? Minus of 6. Correct? Minus of 6. Minus and minus you can cancel out again. If both sides are minus, in equal to, you can cancel them. What you get? P is equals to 6 by 4 or 3 by 2 or 1.5. So you got the price of one pen, which is 1.5 rupees. Now you put it in any equation. What you will get? If you put it here, you get 1.5 into 3. That is 4.5. 5 minus 4.5 is 0.5. 0.5 divided by 2 will give you 0.25. Okay. So here cost of one pencil will be 0.25. Correct? Yes. These are your answers of cost of one pen and one pencil. Understood? Now, next. This is actually y. This is y. So the equation becomes x by 3 plus y by 4 is equals to 4. Other is 5x by 6 minus y by 8 is equals to 4. Now you can solve it much quicker if you just multiply this equation by 2. Then what you will get? You will get y by 4 here also. So you can then simply add them and get to the answer. Okay, but instead what we are trying to learn here, if I have to take LCM and all, how you do it. So you take LCM, what you will get? You will get 12 here. Now 4 will get multiplied here. So you get 4x plus 3y, and this will give you 4. Understood? Now you multiply it here. What you will get? You will get 4x plus 3y is equals to 12 4s are 48. Similar thing you can do here also. So what you will get? 8 and 6, let's say their LCM will come out to be what? Their LCM will come out to be 24. Now 5x will go how many times? 4 times. So you get 20x, and here y will go 3 times. So you get 3y is equals to 4. Now 24 into 4, you can do it. This becomes 20x minus 3y is equals to 96. Okay, clearly this can be easily solved. How? Plus 3y minus 3y, you add them, it cancels out. What you get? 4x plus 20x, that is 24x, and here if you add both of them, what you will get? You will get 144. That means x will come out to be 6. X will come out to be 6. You can put it in any equation and you will get y also. Understood? Either you could have just multiplied this equation by 2, then y by 4 will be here also. Then also you could have done. Otherwise, just form it like this and then you solve. Then this is done. Last question is this. Just equation only will form. What it says: if in a rectangle the length is increased and the breadth is reduced each by 2 units, okay, the area is reduced by 28 square units. If however the length is reduced by 1 unit and breadth is increased by 2 units, the area increases by 33 square units. Find the area of rectangle. Now first thing that I'll assume is what I need to find. I need to find area of rectangle. This is the final thing that I need to find. Correct? This we write first. Then what do you need to find the area of rectangle? It's length and breadth. So these become our two variables, that is length and breadth. Now from the other part of the question, you will get two equations which will help you get length and breadth, and then you can easily solve it. Okay, so first thing, when you read a question, what you do, you just try to write what is asked in the question, what is something that you finally need to find, and those then you assign as variables. So length and breadth become your variables. Now just solve the equation. In a rectangle, the length is increased and breadth is reduced by 2 units. So let's say initially, this is initially, length was L, breadth was B. Now what we are doing here, we are increasing the length by 2. So this becomes L plus 2, and we are decreasing the breadth by 2. So this becomes B minus 2. Now what it says, the area is reduced by 20 square units. That is, the area that was before will now be 28 lesser. So this into this new length into new breadth will give me new area, and it says what, that new area is 28 less than the old area. Old area will be what, length into breadth. This is the formula. Then you subtract 28. Understood? Now you just open these brackets. What you will get, L will get multiplied with B and minus 2 both. So you will get LB minus 2L. This 2 will also get multiplied with both, plus 2B minus 4 is equals to LB minus 28. Now can you see, you have LB here also and here also. That is on both sides of the equation. So you can simply cancel them out. What you get is minus 2L plus 2B is equals to 4. You will send that side. What you will get, minus 24. Now you can multiply this whole equation by minus 1. Correct? We can multiply any equation by fixed number throughout. So you get 2L minus 2B is equals to 24. You can divide whole equation by 2 also. So eventually you will get to L minus B is equals to 12. This becomes your first equation. Now similarly we'll form second equations also. This becomes your first equation, L minus B is equals to 12. Let's form the other equation. If however the length is reduced by 1 unit, okay, let's reduce length by 1 unit, and breadth is increased by 2 units. So breadth is increased by 2 units. The area increases by 33 square units. That means area initially was LB plus 33. That's it. Let's solve this also. LB minus 12 similar. Minus B minus 2 is equals to LB plus 33. Again LB and LB will cancel out. 2 you can send there. What you will get, minus 12 minus B, sorry, plus 2L. This is L into 2. So plus 2L minus B is equals to 33 plus 2, that is 35. These are the two equations that you got. One is L minus B and this is 2L minus B is equals to 35. Understood? Now if you subtract them, what you will get? If you subtract them, this will become plus, this plus will also become minus, this will also become minus. What you get? L minus 12 will give you minus L, B and B can be cancelled out. Okay, this becomes 3L. L plus 2L becomes 3L. Yeah, sorry, I'll write it clearly. Wait, L minus B is equals to 12 and 2L minus B is equals to 35. Now you subtract these two, so plus will become minus, minus will become plus, plus will become minus. What you get? B and B cancel out. L minus 12 gives you minus L. 12 minus 35 will give you what? Minus of 23. Minus minus cancel out. L comes out to be 23, and from this you can calculate your breadth also. So 23 minus b is equals to 12, or 12 if you subtract, you will get breadth as 7, 8 and 11. So breadth will come out to be 11. This is how you calculate. Calculation you can always do. The thing is that you are able to formulate the equation. First thing, read the question, see this, what you have to find, assign variables to it, length and breadth, and then just try to find the two equations that will form. Then solve those equations, you'll get to the answer. Okay, this is it. Thank you.